Yo, this is KHAMISI in conjunction with Lifeline Entertainment and Sun. We give a salute to our Black Power General, the Revolutionary Sun. Yo, this is KHAMISI in conjunction with Lifeline Entertainment and Sun Mu. We give a salute to our Black Power General, the Revolutionary Sun. How many brothers will sacrifice their life for their people? How many brothers will face off against divine evil? How many brothers can tongue-tie the devil, make them repent? How many black men can say they 100%? How many brothers will lead an army through the valley of death in the face of the Klan, state troopers and rednecks? How many brothers can be outnumbered but never run? I know of one, Revolutionary Sun. How many brothers can say they know the world cause they seen it? How many brothers say Assalamu alaikum and mean it? How many brothers can walk through the dark and not stumble? How many brothers can make history and remain humble? How many brothers' names remain on their enemy's conscience and be denounced by the devil as an act of Congress? How many servants are eternal? Their work is never done. I know of one, Revolutionary Sun. 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 How many soldiers are no limit, for real with no gimmicks? How many brothers turn a crowd into an army in minutes? How many leaders know the ma'atic virtue of balance between the principles of violence and non-violence, between God is a spirit and God is man? How many brothers are thinking of a master plan? How many brothers can take a bullet and be ready to pull it? I know of one, Revolutionary Sun.
In Khalid, Abdul, Muhammad, I will face your guns, I will face your bullets, I will face all of you bastards, and I'll back your asses up with the truth of Almighty.
How many brothers have the white man's highest degrees, but have respect in projects and gang territories? How many brothers can shake hands with foreign heads of state, but with brothers on Skid Row can still relate? How many brothers can get locked in the white man's prisons and do great things without seeking recognition? How many brothers debate top-notch scholars for fun? I know of one, Revolutionary Sun. 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 How many brothers can fight for the honor of black women and face the white man without skinning and grinning? How many brothers spend their life doing critical thinking, never submitting to the vices of smoking and drinking? How many black men can bring out the best in black men, making a foundation for black women and children? How many black men can face false persecution? I know of one, Revolutionary Sun. How many blackbirds can lose their wing and still take flight? How many black men can I really say I wanna be like? How many black men are willing to tell the truth and be hated for a people that he knows ain't gonna appreciate it? How many speakers make you laugh and cry at the same time and do whatever it takes to wake the deaf, dumb, and blind? May Allah be pleased with his eternal servant of the prophet, the Revolutionary Sun. Khalid, Abdul, Muhammad. Black power, 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 black power.
How many want to see the new Black Panther Party for self-defense come back? How many want to see us set up free food programs to feed our black multitudes? Let me see your hand. How many of you want to set up free clothing programs so that we can clothe our people, put shoes on their feet, and put coats on their back when it's cold outside? How many of you want to see the black family back together? Black man back with his black woman. There is no woman like the black woman, black man. No woman like the black. This black woman is the best. This black woman is the one. The one and only. That's that black woman. Mother of civilization. Queen of the planet Earth. Goddess of the universe. All black men, we've been blessed.
WK2 FM, World Knowledge to Free Minds. It's KHAMISI Fox. Yo, I may be a couple of days late and a couple of dollars short. I wanted to do this on February 17th, but at the same time, I look at it like this. A great man like Dr. Khalid, yo, we really need to start doing this on the day he came to be, which is January the 12th. we working our way around to that, so we're not going to trip. We don't celebrate his death. We mourn his death, but we also remembrance as well. This is WK2FM, World Knowledge to Free Minds, and you're behind at the same time is KHAMISI Fox, the MC, the master of the ceremony, the mic controller, and I'm definitely trying to move the crowd, but I got to give honor to our Black Power General, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. And, I've been cracking open books. Well, I'm going to crack open a book because so far this is the literary work, the main literary work dedicated to Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. It's a book written by attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz. It's the book of Khalid. It's only right that I go into this book, but I can't go into the whole book. I'm going to go find the chapter that most, just find the one chapter that goes most into Khalid, and that would be the chapter that says Khalid the activist. But before I do that, let me just say a couple of words myself about the great general, Black Power General, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. There's so much I could say. Don't really know what I want to say. This was totally unplanned. It was just meditated on, if you know what I mean. I got the cuts together, and I got, the book that I'm going to crack open, and the rest is going to be on me to say a few words about our Black Power General. One of the things I'll say is that right off the bat, and I think everybody can agree with this, that we don't know anybody, and I do mean anybody, and I mean to this day, we just don't know anybody like him. You know what I'm saying? Like Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Surely, the Most High only made one of those, okay? And I'm not in any place to fill his shoes. I can only be the best KHAMISI I can be. I don't think there's anybody that can really fill his shoes, but to a degree, all of us should be trying to fill his shoes because he had the right amount of revolutionary fire and resistance that we can all borrow, and we should all borrow and charge ourselves up and pass that down to the our ascendants, the young that's coming up, the babies as they're born. We need to pass the knowledge, the wisdom, and spirit of Khalid Abdul Muhammad, because that is the revolutionary spirit and the amount of fight that is going to take us forward, no doubt about it. We definitely need that. A black man, a dark man with the level of confidence that he had, that transcends what has been going on in this country concerning dark black people. The way this country and the world tries to put this caste system out with dark-skinned people at the bottom. Well, I want to say that Khalid Abdul Muhammad walked with total pride, with total pride, vainglorious, the opposite of what this country and what this color caste system would have him do. You see what I'm saying? So the Black Power General was unique in that sense. We have debates that go on today, on the internet, but I'll tell you, I've never seen anybody debate like Khalid Abdul Muhammad. A perfect mixture of knowledge and the courage to speak that knowledge and speak that truth to power. We have the scholars, all right, but here we have a student of the scholars that took the scholarship and brought it to the people in a bold manner. You see, it's one thing to have the knowledge and the information, but it's another thing to be able to distribute that to the people with boldness and with clarity. That you can say that Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad most definitely did. He definitely brought the information, and as he said himself when being questioned by Donahue, he said himself that he is giving information, but since black people are a people of rhythm and spirit, that he's also given information. You know, I really should have queued up that episode of Donahue to get that ready. But since this is alive, I can't go back and do, you know, the ideas that I have in my head that are coming to my head as I'm doing this. I can't bring them to fruition right now. I got to move on. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to go into the book. I'm going to go into the book by Attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz called The Book of Khalid. And this one is called Khalid the Activist. And this is just a brief. This doesn't really even scratch the surface, but it does the best job so far. Far from just a man of words from the podium, the multifaceted NOI West Regional Minister Harold X, simultaneously operating as Professor Malik Rashideen, was a serious community activist on any number of Southland community projects, police shootings, or other serious issues of concern in the black community. In the greater, excuse me, y'all. I gotta get something so I can see clearly. I can see, but I want to see clearly. I don't want to mess up this. Let me start that last sentence over. On any number of Southland community projects, police shootings, or other serious issues of concern in the black community in the greater Los Angeles and California area, Minister Khalid was very instrumental. He had a strong voice at community rallies and meetings. In furtherance of his activism, during 1984, he helped build the Black United Front in Los Angeles. Since 1979, he was the keynote speaker for the first 5 years straight at the Black Consciousness Conference, which was located at Cal State University, Long Beach. According to Professor Ra, Khalid Muhammad was active in the Ron Settles case, the hanging on Signal Hill. There has not been a minister that could compete with Hollywood, Disneyland, Magic Mountain in getting people to focus on their struggle like Khalid could. He was true to form since he began in the NOI, Nation of Islam, in Louisiana. While in Los Angeles, Khalid was an aggressive recruiter for the Nation of Islam. Since then, the numbers have really dissipated, says Ra. According to Abdul Muhammad, the word was out all throughout the Nation of Islam prior to 1984 about the exploits of Khalid Muhammad. I would go and buy the Los Angeles Times and different newspapers, and they would talk about this man, Harold X, and the Nation of Islam, along with Brother Wahid at the time. And what they were doing and how progressive they were. Khalid Muhammad used to recount how in 1980, the white supremacists and Ku Klux Klan in San Bernardino had harmed and harassed a black man named Jerry Lee Ami. Khalid Muhammad organized a large contingent of black Muslims and black men to confront the Klan in the mountain town of Southern California. When they arrived, Khalid stated that the dozens of men he organized all had instructions to take their trucks and crush crackers on the sidewalks if they tried to oppose the contingent of black men coming into town. And that the Klan hid like punks and sissies. These radical actions and many more throughout the 1978 to 1984 period of the rebuilding of the NOI would make Khalid a legend in the Nation of Islam and the Southern California area. And, not to mention, we all remember the dragging of Brother James Byrd and how our Black Power General, Dr. Khalid, organized men to go stop the march down there in Jasper, Texas. One of the many military maneuvers. See, Dr. Khalid was a man who was not afraid to step to these devils in the street, to bring the fight to the street, front and center, in front of those who tried to make mockery. The Ku Klux Klan, who is supposed to be feared. But you see, Minister Khalid, Dr. Khalid, General Khalid Abdul Muhammad simply had no fear. Simply had no fear, which makes him totally unique, which is why I say I don't know anybody like him, because he had no fear. And being around him, you couldn't have no fear either. You had to lose that fear. You see, any fear that you had to lose it if you're going to be a warrior around Khalid Abdul Muhammad. For the short time that I knew him personally, I never saw him back down. Never saw him back down from the devil. And I don't think any of us have ever seen that. You know? So with that much said, like I said, that little chapter there just gives an example of how he got down with the military maneuvers, using the vehicles, whatever's necessary to be successful military force that is needed. And right now, in this atmosphere of the internet, we find that we just don't have people like that. You know, we see the killing of, the killing has increased because of the drilling. You know, death is being promoted to our youth more so than ever at a time like it never has been. We need a man like Dr. Khalid, whose voice could transcend and reach the youth by way of the music, as many of the music artists, including Public Enemy, Ice Cube, and so many others, used Dr. Khalid as sound bites in their music. You know, this is just, Khalid Muhammad was the one who organized the Million Youth March. We know about the Million Man March that was organized by Louis Farrakhan, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, in 1995. But we also know that the Million Youth Marches that were organized by Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, so those things were very instrumental and definitely needed. Now let me make sure everything is running correct, because I'm still, even right now, I'm not really used to using this tool, Spreaker, as much as I should be used to it. I want to take this time, station ID, WK2FM, World Knowledge to Free Minds, and you're behind at the same time. Like I said, I wish I would have got a couple of things together. I should have got a couple of the interviews, a couple of the debates. I mean, just the debates alone were dynamic. But what I'm going to do right now, spur of the moment, is grab some of these quotes from Dr. Khalid, which are also very unique. Let me see if I can grab one of his quotes. Just to give you an idea of some of his spirit. It's hard to capture without, him, because his delivery of everything was so unique. All right. The white race is absolutely disagreeable to get along with in peace. No other people on the face of the earth have been able to get along with white people since white people have been on our planet. Who can deny that? That is nothing but the hardcore truth. The way that Dr. Khalid used to give it, straight with no chaser. That's the only way he knows to roll. He gotta be a roughneck, the lie killer, the Black History hitman, the lie killer, the urban gorilla. He's gotta be a roughneck. This is his own words. You know what I'm saying? Just giving you some of the quotes. The best way to fight an oppressive and alien culture is to live your own. Now that's wisdom for the ages. The best way to fight an oppressive and alien culture is to live your own. Let's go grab some more Dr. Khalid wisdom. Okay. No other people in history have given their freedom and independence, have gained their freedom and independence by marching to freedom, having a sit-in to freedom, a boycott, a vote-in. Everybody had to do some fighting, killing, bleeding, and dying in order to be free. No way can anybody deny that. Here's another Khalid Abdul Muhammad quote. Check it out. Black people love to look up to white people. For what? Like our ancestors didn't create all the sciences and change the world. All white people did was rob and steal everything. We shouldn't look up to them. They should look up to us. For real. For real, for real, for real, for real. Nothing but the truth. Let me grab another quote here. Remember again, quote, every time it looks like you're making momentum, he'll change the rules again. That's right. In other words, he'll move the goalposts. Okay, and this one is well known inside the music. Have you forgotten? You remember this one from Public Enemy, Night of the Living Bassheads. Have you forgotten? Once we were bought here, we were robbed of our names, robbed of our language. We lost our religion, our culture, our God, and many of us, by the way we act, we even lost our mind. And let me see, I'm going to have to just go off of memory since we given quotes from the songs. We can remember that one from Ice Cube's record, Cave Bitch, you know. I can't remember all of it, but I do remember him running down who the cave bitch was to him, you know. I can't remember. I can remember just a little bit. But he talked about the cave woman subject to have the itch. Mutanoid, Caucasoid, white cave bitch. I got to get that quote. I got to get the exact quote. I don't want to mess that one up. I just did trying to remember it because it was so dope. You know, but I can't remember the first part of it. But let's move on. Let's see. Here's another. And this tells you about the character of Khalid Muhammad, a 100% black man, without a doubt. When white folks can't defeat you, they'll always find some Negro, some boot-licking, butt-licking, buck-dancing, bamboozled, half-baked, half-fried, sissified, punkified, pasteurized, homogenized nigger that they can trot out in front of you. And I mean, that rundown is correct and righteous. Y'all might not like it. It may hurt some feelings, but forget how you feel. This is about the truth. All right. Let's see. Let me see if I find another one. It ain't about what you like. All right, because my first encounter or my first, knowledge of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad was when I was down at what was called at that time in the Washington D.C. was Pyramid Books. Okay, I had already bought a cassette tape back then. Back then you could get, Consciousness on cassette. Consciousness on cassette and VHS. We had to get it wherever we could get it back then. There was no internet. Okay. So this was in the 90s, early 90s. While I was in the DMV, I guess you could really say that. I was stationed in Aberdeen Proving Grounds, Maryland. You know what I'm saying? So I was in Maryland at the time, and I had access to Washington, D.C., and even more so, Baltimore, which was much closer. And I would take those trips down to Baltimore whenever I got a chance. I went to all of the consciousness places. The wave of the Black Books Revolution and hip hop was revolutionary at that time. This was during the golden age of hip hop that I happened to be in the military, and I, for whatever reason, they stationed me on the East Coast. All right. In that place, Baltimore was not far from me. D.C. was not that far. It was much further than Baltimore, but both of those were accessible. And I think I remember being down in Washington, D.C. at Pyramid Books on Georgia Avenue, where I grabbed the first tape of Khalid Abdul Muhammad. And I saw it, and it grabbed me right away. I wasn't quite sure who Khalid Abdul Muhammad was, but I tell you what, I didn't need to know anything about him. The title of that tape said it all. and I had to get it. There was no way I could walk out of that store without it. Because of the title alone, I already was sprung. The title was called The Goddamn White Man. Now, with a title like that, no way I could say no to that one. I had to get it, and you best believe I did. I took it back home, and just like when I heard my first tape of Minister Louis Farrakhan, I was blown away. Blown away by not only the strength, but also the knowledge and the scholarship. Brother ancestor, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, had a mind. I don't even want to say it was like a computer, but I'll say it was like a computer because he stored so much information and was able to bring it up and recall it. I'll say his mind was like a excellent running computer that didn't have any crashes, that didn't have any viruses in it. His ability to recall information today, to me, is second to none. To be able to find to make the right references at the right time. We saw many of these skills on display when he would do his debates. So all of this, if you really put it all together, his ability, his fearlessness, and willingness to stand up for his people, to step to these Pecker Woods wherever they were at, to step to the most feared group. I saw him in the face of the feared NYPD. I seen him punk them. Okay? I'm not exaggerating. I'm talking about the Black Power General, Khalid Abdul Muhammad. I was standing right beside him when he was doing it. I didn't witness all. I was not with him during his whole journey, but I was there for, during the time that I did know him, and that I was standing there, and that I did walk and travel with the man. I was never disappointed. I still say, and I say today, that the man was fearless. Okay? He was fearless. And that he never backed down, even when outnumbered and whatever the situation was. I've seen him walk. I walked with him through the projects of Raleigh, North Carolina. Just me and him. No need for any other security or anything like that. Like I said, the man was fearless. And I remember Baba Kamal was saying that he was known for, walking by himself sometimes to places like that, which wouldn't be recommended. But, hey, this is the heart of the man. I can vouch for that. You know what I'm saying? So as I was saying, let me find another quote. I'm just doing my best to do justice and to describe Khalid Abdul Muhammad in my own words, in my own ways, what I saw. Because like I said, he's so multifaceted here. Let me find another one. Because I see a couple of them. I want to make sure I grab some of them. But we all know the heart and mind and spirit of this man. So we're going to see if we can. Grab another one. I know there's another one somewhere. Well, okay. Well, if I can't find one, I'll just go straight into this. I can say what I want to say as much as I want to say, but there are words just ain't going to do him justice. Like I said, the boldest and with the intelligence on top of that made him just what he said he was, a 100% black man. And we need that today in this present landscape, as black manhood is illegal, which is one of the main reasons I rolled with Khalid Abdul Muhammad, because I saw 100% black man, and that black manhood is illegal. I was aware of that. I became aware of that a little bit in the late 80s, but even more so in the 90s. It was clear to me that black manhood, 100% black manhood was back then and still is illegal in America. Oh, how we need the spirit of that ancestor, Khalid Abdul Muhammad, and I call on that ancestor. We need his strength, wisdom, and knowledge right now. We need that strong, that masculinity that today the world is flip-flopped so much that they would call that toxic. Yeah, that's how backwards things are. So which is why I have to stand here and represent the full 100% black manhood, and I want it to spread to all black men. We need 100% our women, our children, our nation. We don't need what we have right now. We don't need no gender benders. We don't need Swisher Sweets men. We don't need gender benders and flip-floppers. We need 100% black men. And since this is WK2FM and we're talking about Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, another song that I got on deck that is dedicated. This is off the album Revolutionary Son, 13 tracks dedicated to Khalid Abdul Muhammad by KHAMISI Fox. You can find this at WK2FM. That's WK2FM.com, WK2FM.com. And that WK2FM is world knowledge to free minds in your behinds at the same time. Visit WK2FM.com if you want to hear Revolutionary Son. And be on the lookout for the upcoming album. All right? For the upcoming album. It's called We Hip Hoppin' at WK2FM.com. Be on the lookout for that. That's from KHAMISI Fox. But right now, this is from the 13-track album Revolutionary Son. And this track is based on Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad's last address. And as we call during that last address, the name of that address, that name of that address sticks out and is relevant today, to this very moment. The name of that address, that the last public address that Khalid Abdul Muhammad made, was Enough Negro Stuff, Revolution is the Solution. Enough Negro Stuff, Revolution is the solution. Is the only solution. All right? Let me get that right. Enough Negro Stuff, Revolution is the only solution. So take away all of the other different things and other smoke screens and other reasons for us not to act and not to move. Right now, black men need to take that on 100% straight across the board. Our women and children need us. Like I said, there's places we need to be physically. We need to go to these radio stations and demand that they pull this drill music. We shouldn't wait for any mayor of New York or any political person who's just going to use that as a grandstand. Black men need to take the lead on that. We need to be stepping up to stop this music that's getting our children killed, or that is contributing to the killing. Surely we wouldn't say music alone does it, but music is extremely powerful. So the drill is very powerful, as a very, very powerful tool, as rap has been flip-flopped into a tool that used to be for us, is now a tool aimed at our head, used against us. It has flip-flopped, and this is not natural. This was done on purpose. This is an artificial intelligence that has gotten into our computer and is casting a negative spell on the people. And that negative spell, the results of that negative spell, the negative vibration, the low frequency vibration in much of this music, is the end result is death. So much death, right? The image a dark shadow of death is over, appears to be over the rap industry, as we see rappers dying almost every week, right? To the point that some of us may be becoming numb to it, but we should never become numb to it and accept it. But that's how frequently that it's happening. We need a brother and an influence that is as strong as Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad's was, and I pray and I meditate that I begin to wield that influence. It's a tough job, but somebody has definitely got to do it. The last cut that we heard from, the last speech that we heard from Khalid Abdul Muhammad was this, the title of this cut, that was the title of that speech. Enough Negro stuff, revolution is the only solution. This is KHAMISI Fox. This is WK2FM. And I want you to check it out. Enough Negro Stuff by KHAMISI Fox.
WK2FM, world knowledge to free minds.
The revolution will not be televised. Not be televised. The revolution will be no rerun, brothers. The revolution will be live.
Yes, the only solution is revolution. As our black power general last said, enough Negro stuff. Revolution is the only solution. Revolution is the only solution. Enough Negro stuff. Revolution is the only solution. You heard? As a rapper, I let words fly. So like a bird eye, keep a bird's eye view. Peeping with my third eye, words lie, actions tell the truth. It's time to tell the youth the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God, we lying and calling it education. The next generation is facing the same situation. That's why I'm player hating. I hate the way they playing with minds, miseducating, creating self-hating. A black man debating Afrocentric scholarship, engaging in Negro politics. Used by the devil as a tool. The public food system done created another public fool. A preacher, another false teacher in the pulpit, entertaining his congregation with bullshit. It ain't serving the people, it ain't service. If this makes you nervous, I'm doing it on purpose. Enough Negro stuff, the only solution is revolution. The only solution is revolution. Enough Negro stuff, the only solution is revolution. Only solution is revolution. Revolution, complete constructive change. Too many Africans answering to English names. Revolution, complete constructive change. Too many Negroes playing too many games. Too many rappers are sounding the same. Might as well have the same name. Too many players in the same ball game. Too much pride and no shame. Too much shame and no pride, it's the same thing. Too much killing and no living. Too many good guys trying to be villains. Too many prisons, not enough African schools. Public food system making too many public fools. Too many laws, no justice. Too many trigger happy cops wanna bust us. Too many players, too much hate. Too many religions, not enough faith. Yo, enough Negro stuff. The only solution is revolution. Only solution is revolution. Enough Negro stuff. The only solution is revolution. Only solution is revolution. Enough Negro stuff. The only solution is revolution. Only solution is revolution. Enough Negro stuff. The only solution is revolution. Only solution is revolution. The only solution is revolution. Not politics, that's Negro stuff. And that's what I'm calling it. I'm calling it like it is, not like it ain't. I'm talking about what we can do, not what we can't. That's right, I say it can't. I'm talking ebonics. At least I'm not a stand-up comic talking demonic. I'm not hooked on phonics or electronics. Stop racial profiling. Legalize chronic. Exercise freedom of speech. Watch them stare at you. Legalize black manhood in America. Matter of fact, make it illegal to be a cracker. Take them through a Holocaust. Kick them out of Africa. Take their religion, their culture, their God. What's the matter? You think I'm being too hard? That's why just us, it means just us. That's what I'm talking about. Negro stuff. Enough Negro stuff. Only solution is revolution. Only solution is revolution. Enough Negro stuff. The only solution is revolution. Only solution is revolution. Enough Negro stuff. The only solution is revolution. Only solution is revolution. Enough Negro stuff. The only solution is revolution. Only solution is revolution.
No more Negro stuff. That's right. Or we should say in ebonics, enough Negro stuff. What is it? Enough Negro stuff. Revolution is the solution. And what is revolution? The most honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that revolution is complete constructive change.
WK2FM. That's from the 13-track album Revolutionary Sun by yours truly, KHAMISI Fox, your master of ceremony, the MC, the mic controller, moving the crowd here. Today we are saying what we need to say about Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Once again, it can be said that I'm 2 days late, but that is not the fact. What it is I'm on the wrong time altogether, as we need to begin to celebrate the life of Khalid Abdul Muhammad on the day that he came to be, which is January 12th, as opposed to the day he exited. We should find the day that he came in this world, which is January 12th, and find something constructive to do towards making a tribute to Khalid Abdul Muhammad, right? So it's in my name also. KHAMISI also means soldier in Muhammad's army. It means other things, but that's one that stood out because I actually was a soldier in Muhammad's army. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. So, let's see how deep I'm in it. We're in it 41 minutes and didn't really have much. I just wanted to shoot from the hip. And like there's other things I really do wish I had, available to really bring those things out as well. But we got to work with what we got. You know what I'm saying? And all I can do right now is give a big salute, a Black Power salute, and whatever else the ancestor may need, okay. WK2FM, World Knowledge, the Free Minds, KHAMISI Fox, the Master of Ceremony, the mic controller. Controlling the mic, but I'm about to step off. Again, like it was just said, enough Negro stuff. Revolution is the only solution. Only solution. Not poetry, not television shows, not adventure movies. Not any grandeurs about blackness. No amount of romanticism about blackness is going to get the job done. Becoming overly esoteric is not going to get the job done. Restructuring the Bible and trying to say that it's black, that it's a black book, as the Hebrew Israelites do. They just blacken the books, blacken the characters in the books, blacken the Jesus Savior, and, that's it. For many, that's enough. But in reality, that's not enough. Okay? And Khalid Abdul Muhammad associated with all of the different tribes because he was about that red, black, and that green at heart. A true Pan-African at heart was Khalid Abdul Muhammad. And all that means is he, like me or any other person thinking about this, we want worldwide. We want worldwide dominance. Why? Because that's the only way things are going to get right. You see, we have to actually take over in order to bring the right world in, instead of waiting for it to drop down out of the sky or claiming to be waiting for that. We don't look within. We ignore the treasure and the power that exists within us. We have not only the strength, wisdom, and beauty, but the ability and the endurance to do so much more. Okay? So much more to shake things up for real. Get ready. This is KHAMISI Fox for WK2FM. I think I might rock on out even with it. Yeah, let's do just Let's just do justice for Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Let's rock out with enough Negro stuff. Revolution is the only solution. Real talk.
Yes, the only solution is revolution. As our Black Power General last said, enough Negro stuff. Revolution is the only solution. Revolution is the only solution. Enough Negro stuff. Revolution is the only solution. You heard?
Yes.
As a rapper, I let words fly. So like a bird eye, keep a bird's eye view. Peeping with my third eye, words lie, actions tell the truth. It's time to tell the youth the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God, we lying and calling it education. The next generation is facing the same situation. That's why I'm player hating. I hate the way they playing with minds, miseducating, creating self-hating. A black man debating Afrocentric scholarship, engaging in Negro politics. Used by the devil as a tool. The public food system done created another public fool. A preacher, another false teacher in the pulpit, entertaining his congregation with bullshit. It ain't serving the people, it ain't service. If this makes you nervous, I'm doing it on purpose. Enough Negro stuff. The only solution is revolution. The only solution is revolution. Enough Negro stuff. The only solution is revolution. Only solution is revolution. Revolution, complete constructive change. Too many Africans answering to English names. Revolution, complete constructive change. Too many Negroes playing too many games. Too many rappers are sounding the same. Might as well have the same name. Too many players in the same ball game. Too much pride and no shame. Too much shame and no pride, it's the same thing. Too much killing and no living. Too many good guys trying to be villains. Too many prisons, not enough African schools. Public food system making too many public fools. Too many laws, no justice. Too many trigger happy cops wanna bust us. Too many players, too much hate. Too many religions, not enough faith. Yo, enough Negro stuff. The only solution is revolution. Only solution is revolution. Enough Negro stuff. The only solution is revolution. Only solution is revolution. Enough Negro stuff. The only solution is revolution. Only solution is revolution. Enough Negro stuff. The only solution is revolution. Only solution is revolution. The only solution is revolution. Not politics, that's Negro stuff. And that's what I'm calling it. I'm calling it like it is, not like it ain't. I'm talking about what we can do, not what we can't. That's right, I say it can't. I'm talking ebonics. At least I'm not a stand-up comic talking demonic. I'm not hooked on phonics or electronics. Stop racial profiling. Legalize chronic. Exercise freedom of speech. Watch them stare at you. Legalize black manhood in America. Matter of fact, make it illegal to be a cracker. Take them through a Holocaust. Kick them out of Africa. Take their religion, their culture, their God. What's the matter? You think I'm being too hard? That's why just us, it means just us. That's what I'm talking about. Negro stuff. Enough Negro stuff. Only solution is revolution. Only solution is revolution. Enough Negro stuff. The only solution is revolution. Only solution is revolution. Enough Negro stuff. The only solution is revolution. Only solution is revolution. Enough Negro stuff. The only solution is revolution. Only solution is revolution.
No more Negro stuff. That's right. Or we should say in ebonics, enough Negro stuff. What is it? Enough Negro stuff. Revolution is the solution. And what is revolution? The most honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that revolution is complete constructive change.
W